The African Development Bank's 2021 annual report, which presents the landscape of the bank's operational activities and achievements during the year, testifies a resilient bank that is front and center as an intervening institution and global voice for change. Throughout 2021, the continent has been tested to the limits financially and economically. But Africa has proven its resilience, with average gross domestic products rising by 6.9% in 2021 from a pandemic-induced contraction of 1.6% in 2020. As countries implement strategies to rebound from the impacts of COVID-19, Africa has proven its resilience, and the African Development Bank increased its overall activities from $6 billion approved in 2020 to over $6.3 billion in 2021. These $6.3 billion were spread across its 5 regions, with 29% apportioned to West Africa, 23% to East Africa, 18% to the Southern region, 15% going to the Central region, and 14% to North countries, with 1% spent on multi-regional projects. The bank also reprioritized its lending program from an emphasis on program-based operations in 2020, which was needed to urgently address COVID-related needs, to investment projects in 2021, which has enabled continued progress in implementing its high 5 strategic priorities. 2021 was a year of challenges. Today, less than 10% of Africa's population is fully vaccinated against the COVID-19 virus, despite the bank's strong support in 2020 to local vaccine production and a vaccine rollout campaign aimed at boosting confidence, growth, and recovery. In 2021, the bank continued to support transition states in tackling socio-economic impacts of the pandemic by funding 29 projects valued at $676 million through the Transition Support Facility, comparable to the $680 million funded in 2020. In the recent past, the public debt in many African countries has continued to hinder robust economic recovery. In 2021, the bank approved its Debt Action Plan to transform the indebtedness of many African countries and has approved over $1 billion in a continent-wide strategy for economic governance in Africa initiative. Because of the threat posed by climate change, the bank increased its climate finance to 41% of its total approvals in 2021, an increase of 7 points compared to 2020. 92% of all approved projects, country strategies, and policy documents were designed with climate change and green growth considerations. The Innovation and Entrepreneurship Lab, a key pillar of its 2016 to 2025 Jobs for Youth in Africa strategy, generated skilled employment opportunities for one of the pandemic's hardest-hit demographic. To date, the lab has trained over 180 such organizations and 600 entrepreneurs, with more than 19,000 beneficiaries. In addition to its continued support to the Affirmative Finance Action for Women in Africa, the bank also launched the Women Entrepreneurship Enablers Program and supported 10 organizations which will impact 16,000 women businesses from 20 countries. The African Development Bank continued its role as an assembler of development finance, leveraging $1.76 billion in co-financing for the regional member countries, 34% more than in 2020. The bank successfully delivered 27 of the 30 7th General Capital Increase commitments and 58 of the 62 15th replenishment of the African Development Fund commitments due by the midterm in 2021. For the 6th year in a row, the African Development Bank maintained its stellar AAA ratings in spite of the difficult funding and investment environment. The bank was also recognized as the 2021 World's Best Multilateral Financial Institution by Global Finance magazine. Thanks to strong shareholder support, its long-term financial sustainability is secure, reinforcing its position as Africa's premier financial institution. Looking ahead, the African Development Bank Group remains committed to supporting the transformation of the continent as an important contributor to sustainable development.